Welcome back to Misscliks D&D Lost Mine, where I, the baby DM, take these players through the Lost Mine of Phandelver, which is the 5th edition starter set adventure for Dungeons & Dragons. We have our usual cast here, in addition to Holly Conrad, our guest, who has come over with me from Dice Camera Action.
Wow!
And right now, we are in Stonehill Inn. And Toblin, the innkeeper, has his son Pip held suspiciously behind his back because Guy Claypool has just said that his son made Guy promise not to tell why he had given him a very expensive jade statue.
Like, you make promises and you have to keep them. Like, that's just like
your son's been sneaking into places. That's what he said.
I'm sorry. Pip. You can't. This woman is mad. Like,
That's
at first
true.
I thought she was super cool. And, like, I really admired her, like, honest spirit and, like, openness and, like, the ferocity within her. But, like, she doesn't use it for good, man.
She sometimes...
I'm very good. Let me tell you that, young man.
Yes, Valeria. Yes, you're very
Innkeeper,
good.
get me another ale from the finest parts of the Sword Coast.
He says, Pip, go grab some of Valeria's special ale. Pip's like, and he runs over and motions to Valeria, gets her some.
All right, she'll just drink at the bar. Clearly no one are listening to her like totally bewildering lies right now, so she's just gonna sit and drink.
Getting to wonder if she even killed all those dragons. You know, maybe she only killed one.
Toblin hears you say that, and he kind of just chuckles and clears his throat, and he's like, "Now, sir, we're gonna have to clear up this business about my son."
Mm-hmm.
So, is the statue his?
Oh yeah, it's totally his. I gave it to him, free and clear. Yeah.
And why did you give it to him?
He shared with me some knowledge that he didn't want to share with you. And, like, that's all I can say.
What impression are you trying to give? Like, are you trying to persuade him to stop asking questions, or are you just kind of like, no, man, it's just...
I don't really, like, try. I just be, you know? So, like...
Right. Okay, so nothing at all.
No, man,
so
nothing.
He's gonna, he looks at you and he says, look, I don't know what you're about, but you stay away from my son.
Okay, dude. Man, Estonia, this town's really weird. It's got a bunch of strange people in it. I don't know if I like this town very much.
Well, would you like to help me in my quest instead?
Oh yeah, you were about to say something, and then, like, I was so excited I talked right over you. What were you saying?
Toblin's like, I guess we're done here, and he walks away.
Well, I kind of need to ask a question to a creature, and I need to deliver this comb, and I like start to reach for it, and then like I show him really quick, and then I put it away.
What do you need? What creatures do you need to talk to?
A banshee?
Well, I think it's over there at the bar if you really need to ask it anything.
Roll a perception check, Valeria. Holly. Roll a perception check.
I'm sorry, I was drinking my go-go juice.
I know. You're not paying attention, but I want to see what your perception is.
Wait, hold on. I have to
You
bring
can
up
click it on your character sheet.
I'm sorry, I was getting scared again because I was looking at things about evil and dying.
No, that doesn't exist in this universe.
I'm sorry. It's so scary. Okay, hold on. Let me get it. We don't usually use Roll20. Okay, I did it. Was it bad?
You very clearly hear Guy Claypool call you a banshee.
Wow.
Just so you know.
Wow. Well, I'm just like from my like tankard. I'm like, yes, I'm very powerful.
Exactly, and you like nice things, which is why he said that.
That's right.
Oh, did you mean like an undead banshee?
I'm not sure. I think so, yeah. I have to go to a particular one. I got asked by the priestess.
Well, now that it's just like the three of us, sounds like we've got a really cool tunnel to explore that could go anywhere.
But the tunnel doesn't help us in our
explore.
quest for things.
Well, what quest?
Or
do you
does it?
have? Like,
Plus, didn't you just get banned by the boy's father? And isn't that his tunnel?
no, the kid just found it. You know, like.
And they're doing things with it. So do you
No, the
really
kid-
want to risk getting caught down there with the son when the dad really
Whoa.
wants you not to be there?
We don't have to go down with the kid. He told me where it was. You know.
No,
like, we
but
can
what
go
if the
without
kid
him.
is there?
I mean, like, what if the banshee eats your face? Like, you know.
Well,
I
don't
thought this
think
party was filled
so.
with heroes. It sounds like you just want to go into a tunnel. So fighting a banshee sounds much better.
Well, we're not going to fight the banshee. We just need to ask the banshee a question.
You know what we should do? I say helpfully.
Valeria looks really disappointed about this.
We
I mean-
just need to travel down 100 feet and deliver this wagon full of goods to the Lion Shield.
That's easily
yes.
achievable.
This is on the way, and it would be really helpful to do this.
Why is it helpful for you? Like, why are we help? What's the priestess all about?
Well, she's going to aid me in helping with a shrine that was taken over by evildoers.
Oh, you know us. We could help you with that too.
Are they wealthy evildoers?
I mean, I don't know what they have.
Good, let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Can anyone here like talk to a banshee? Do you know what language it speaks?
I heard that banshees only speak fondue.
You need to go find a dragon then. Unless you speak fondue, Desdonia or Lilo.
I'm sorry. Speak what?
Fondue.
I've got a good feeling that if I meet a banshee, I'll be able to talk with them.
Okay.
Well, I'll ask the question. I just need, in case something goes wrong, some backup.
How far away is the banshee? That's a good question.
She's in Conneberry.
I'm gonna use my knowledge of the area. How far away is Conneberry?
It's quite a ways down the Tribor Trail. So you guys took the high road. Here, I'll move you back in roll 20 so you can see the map. All right, so now you should be on the Sword Coast map, and you can see you guys came from the north along the high road, and you got to the Tribor Trail, and you were ambushed right about there by the Cragmaw hideout. And then you continued on to Phandalin, where you are right now. And you know that the Tribor Trail continues this way, east, and Connieberry is that way.
It's
there's
going
I guess
no
northeast.
small detour.
So like, the tunnel's in town, and the banshee's way far away. Like, we could go do the tunnel today, and then like go do the banshee tomorrow. You know? Because it's so far
Why do you
away.
want to see this tunnel?
Because it's a tunnel. Like, cool things are on tunnels. You
What
know? Like,
I agree with Guy. Cool things are in tunnels.
like, why was there a tunnel? There's like, there's so much that could be inside of there. Like, it's a big adventure. It's an unknown. It's cool.
It
Don't you
doesn't
like-
sound like a very big adventure.
That's great. If it's a small adventure, then not only can I fit, but also it'll be quick.
But like, this place sounds like it's like a many-day walk from here, and I know Thoradin's pretty pooped. So like, maybe we should wait till Thoradin's ready before we like undertake.
And also, I think that the spider guy is probably up that trail. So we should wait for him anyways.
But I'm totally down to do that afterwards, because like, I got nothing else to do. I just tunnel, man, tunnel. Secret tunnel.
I guess I just don't understand this love of a tunnel.
I mean, what's in
Last
the
tunnel we were in was full of bad things.
The cave, man. Caves and tunnels are totally different.
So
Way
the
different
there
vibe.
was no tunnel in that cave.
Well, I mean, it's like a dog is an animal, but not all animals are dogs, right?
She just looks confused at you.
Secret, Todd? It's a secret. The cool things are, don't you want to know a secret?
I mean, there's a big hole over there. Are you excited about that too?
I mean, how big of a hole are we talking?
She just stops and looks at you.
Like, is it like really deep? Because that could be interesting.
You calling me crazy is really rude because this is clearly insane.
You know what, Guy? I think you would be better off driving that wagon down about 100 feet south.
All right.
As you guys are speaking, a young woman who is also wearing an apron kind of sidles up and is like, excuse me. I'm Trelina. I heard you may be adventurers.
That's us.
Yes, I'm very famous.
Ah, Valeria, hello. Yes, we've met. I know you forget every time that we meet, but I work here, remember? I'm Miss Stonehill. I'm Toblin's wife, Trelina.
Yes, thank you, serving wench.
Anyway, I was hoping that you were in town to help us deal with this red brand problem. Have you heard all the things they've been up to? Did you know
I
that?
haven't heard everything, but we know that they aren't the best people.
Did you know that yesterday Thel Dendrar, the wood carver, he stood up to the red brands? He tried to stand up to them, but he's no adventurer. And they'd come into his shop and leered at his wife, and so of course he had to try to stand up to them, and then the ruffians just murdered him.
Whoa.
Now his wife and daughter have gone missing too, and it's going too far, and I wish someone would take care of it. And she kind of looks meaningly at Toblin.
That tunnel was used by the red brands. He says, looking
What,
at
a tunnel?
Desdonia. He like whispers that to Desdonia. Tunnel in the
Oh.
Anyway, are you here to deal with that?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Thanks.
definitely. I've always been here to deal with that.
Well, if you bring back any news of advances you make against them, then you can count on a free room from me.
And drinks.
And drinks.
Haha.
1 drink each.
Good.
Are you that kid's mom?
Ah,
Is it-
yes, my Pip. Isn't he the sweetest? Isn't he just the cutest little cutie boy?
You should like let him play music more, man. Like he's got to follow his dream, and you're holding him back. You're
He
like
doesn't like
killing his
music.
soul.
He likes hard work.
You're killing his soul, man.
I
Let him play.
I'm
You're
sorry.
very
Are you
dramatic.
presuming to tell me how to raise my son?
I
Adventurer?
guess I am, and I've never had a kid, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. But like,
I think you should
saying.
stick to vanquishing the red brands, and then we'll talk about my child rearing techniques. And she spins on a heel and walks out.
Oh, man.
Can I get more water, serving wench?
Yes, Valeria.
Thank you. I mean, I deserve it.
I'm writing all of the Stonehills hate Guy.
Except Pip.
Oh no.
All right, so you guys are sitting at a table. What's her face that I just talked about? Trelina brings another cup of hot honey water to Valeria,
Yes, my fine brew.
and she does bring a complimentary set of ale for each of the adventurers, but she slams guys down pretty hard and gives them a
Uh-oh.
look like I'm watching you.
Uh-oh. You better tell that serving wench that you like her son, because she seems to hate you. He is a thief, though. She like drinks her honey water.
You know, miss, your son is excellent at playing the hurdy-gurdy.
I think you guys have my son confused for someone else, but if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work. And she just putters back around her business.
All right.
I once played
What?
the hurdy-gurdy for Saloon herself.
So like, I'm getting the feeling we should probably leave this town pretty soon. Donia, can we please check out this secret tunnel? And then afterwards we can do whatever you want for as long as you want. Please.
Well, you said it might be important for finding the red brand, so maybe it is a good idea that we check it out.
Yes, and it'll make this simpleton be quiet. Let's go to the tunnel.
Sounds good. First, let's drop off the supplies.
You do still have a wagon full of supplies.
All right. Let's drop off the supplies, and then we can go do the tunnel, and then we can go do the banshee, and whatever Desdoni wants after that.
All right. You take the wagon. You know where the Lion Shield coaster is, Lilo. You lead them to a modest trading post, and hanging above the front door is a sign that's shaped like a wooden shield, and it has a blue lion painted on it that looks just like the seal that you saw on all of these goods that you rescued from Clark's horde. As you open the door, you see a young woman who is dressed very sharply, almost military. Her head pops up as you come in, and she says, "Welcome. What may I do for you?"
I've got some good news. We've recovered your goods.
I have no goods to be recovered.
That's not what these crates, which have your logo on them, say.
She walks out, and she has her hands behind her, and she kind of walks around and with her nose in the air, and she inspects it, and she kind of scratches at the logo, and she kind of sniffs at the flower, and then she says, "And where have you found this?"
We found this in a cave of goblins. Looks like they ambushed somebody who was delivering these.
And you didn't steal them yourself?
Dude.
Nope.
Tell me where you found them.
We found them off of the Tribor Trail in the Cragmaw hideout. That's what they were calling the goblins were calling the place.
She shuffles through a kind of a scroll of papers that she has, and she's kind of like, Tribor Trail. Ah, yes. I see. She's kind of looking at this stuff, measuring it again. She's like, yes.
We just brought in some other supplies to the other people in town whose names I don't know. So, if you need to verify our, coolness with them, you can.
Well, this matches my records. I see that this was part of the missing caravan from the Tribor Trail. Tell me again where you found it, and who was this person that had it?
Oh, that would be Sildar, Hollander. He's actually in the inn right now.
Sildar Hallwinter stole my goods?
Whoa.
What?
Goblins. Man.
Goblins, yes.
Goblins.
But Sildar was the one delivering them.
I see. Well, thank you. I am never one to not pay for good service, so if you'll excuse me one moment. She putters inside and comes out with a large purse, and she says, "Thank you." And she waves some servants out to help her unloading it, and she hands you this very heavy gold purse. She kind of holds it out like...
Thank you.
No, she gives it to Lilo because he reaches for it first. You look inside, and you see there's 50 gold pieces inside.
Wow.
She folds her arms, and she says, "I hope that will be sufficient. And if you need any other help, I am always one to help adventurers who are doing good work in this town to preserve the businesses and well-being of merchants like myself."
Of course. And that includes making sure that the red brands don't ruffle up too many of the merchants here, right?
I refuse to do business with those. There are a few that I refuse to do business with, but red brands are one of them.
Good
While this
call.
is happening, by the way, Valeria's on the side of the road talking to a squirrel. And she's just like, "Yes, have you heard of that? Oh, I have definitely met Cyric. Does he still exist? I don't know."
Valeria, do you have my 30 gold yet?
She's ignoring her.
That's what I thought. Yes, the red brands are ruffians. Avoid them at all costs. Do not go to the Sleeping Giant Tap House. That's where they hang out. They are the worst of people.
Makes sense. Unless we want to give them a good talking to. Then we'll go.
Well, I suppose that might be what some people would like to do. I prefer to sell goods. And that I have done. Thank you very much, and farewell. She walks inside.
Thank you.
Valeria's like, "Yes, I do speak squirrel."
Well then, that was very nice. I say as I hand Guy and Desdonia 12.5 gold. Well, 12 gold, 50 silver apiece.
It's all in gold pieces, so you have to figure out how to.
That's okay. I have some silver. I'll break it
Okay.
up.
All right.
Or 12 gold, 5 silver apiece. Yes.
Lenine pops her head out the door. Can I help you with anything else?
Do you have any studded leather in stock? Someone my size.
Let me see. Wait here 1 moment. She goes into the back room. She comes back out with. I'm going to the adventuring gear page because I'm a baby GM. Yes, she comes out with a. You asked for studded armor, right? Right.
Yes.
She comes out with a set of studded leather, and it looks like it was indeed made for someone your size. It's pretty impressive that she has this, actually. And she says, I make it a point to trade in rare goods, and I believe that this happens to be just your size. It will cost you 45 gold pieces.
I look at how much money I have. Let's see. No. I'm afraid that's a little bit out of my budget at the moment, but I'll come back for it. Unless you have something that you need me to do, then maybe I can run an odd job for you.
I have no odd jobs at the moment, but certainly if you find any more of my goods or can assure me that the red brands will no longer impede my business, then perhaps I would be willing to make a deal.
Do you have any of that studded leather in my size?
Yes. She runs back, brings one out.
I have 43.5 gold for you, but I can also give you my old leather armor. Well, that can I give that to you for, to make up the difference, whatever the difference is?
Let me see your leather armor.
I hand it to her. It has a it is in used condition.
And let's see, you said you needed 1.5 gold,
I have
basically.
43.5 gold on me.
This leather armor is worth 2 gold to me. I will take 43 and some, and I'll take your 43 and the leather armor in exchange.
Sweet. Thanks, ma'am. Miss? Do you prefer
You're
miss
welcome.
or ma'am?
I prefer Lenine. Wait, that's not my name. Yes, it is. I prefer Lenine.
Thanks, Lenine.
Wait, you know what, Lenine? I just realized. And I dig through my backpack for this jade statue. Will you take this in exchange?
Hey, that's
I don't
pimps.
I don't deal in fine art. I deal in weapons and
I thought
armor.
I just heard that you deal with rare goods, and this is a rare, valuable good.
She eyes it, and she does see how valuable it is, so her eyes are kind of twinkling. She says, if you can find me someone, recommend me someone I could sell it to, I would take it, but I can't think of anyone here in town that I could sell something like that to.
Okay. I'll keep an eye. Oh, wait, I know just the person. Valeria would love that one.
Valeria, would you like to buy this statue?
No. But you owe me 30 gold.
You are incorrect. In fact, you owe me 30 gold. And the interest just accumulated now. 32 gold.
That's not true.
It is. I checked, and it is true.
I'm going to consult with my lawyer. And she goes back to the squirrel.
All right. So, Guy, you now have studded leather that has 12 AC.
Yes, my AC goes up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It also
You know what?
weighs 13 pounds.
I'm sure he won't mind. I'll just take an advance loan from him, and I hand over 45 gold for the studded leather.
Ah, yes. Pleasure. I knew you'd come too. She gives Lilo the small studded leather as well. So you also have 12 AC now, and it also weighs 13 pounds.
Great.
Actually, yours would weigh less because yours is smaller. Yours weighs 10 pounds.
And if you wanted to take a bit of a trade-in too, I've got this leather armor.
I will give you 2 gold for it.
Deal.
She gives you 2 gold. She seems pleased. This has been a pleasure. I am quite glad you came by. Please do come again if you find yourself in need of an upgrade. Will that be all?
Yes, thank you very much.
Then farewell. Please no longer loiter outside my shop. Goodbye.
I live here.
Valeria, 32 gold. She goes inside. All right. So Lenine has gone inside. You guys now have your studded armor. Where will you go? What will you do?
I think we're gonna go into the cave, the tunnel that Pip told me about.
All right. You know that tunnel is underneath. It is underneath Alderleaf Farm, which, if you will look at the map, I will show you. It is in the southeast of town. Not far. But you remember that Thoradin is still at the inn, so if you want Thoradin to come with you on this adventure, which, considering that we have about 15 minutes left, he probably can, you might want to let him know.
Okay. Yeah, we should probably bring Thoradin. I thought we would finish the adventure before he gets back.
We'll let him know. We don't need to let him know. We're just going to take a quick look at the tunnel.
Okay.
We won't go in too far.
We'll just poke our head in and see what's going on. Maybe a few hundred feet. Maybe.
I remember the
first
last time we were just supposed to poke our head into a cave, and look what happened then.
Tunnel, Desdonia, tunnel. It's not and it's.
It doesn't matter. Things can be in the.
This one does not have any goblins in it.
Halflings are supposed to go into small places. Just send him.
Exactly.
Well, I want to go.
You can. I'm not in charge here. I'm in charge everywhere else.
My character looks surprised by this because she's literally had control in every area.
All right. You,
Let's go.
what do you do with this wagon?
I thought the wagon belonged to.
I thought we took it back.
Yeah, I thought it belonged to Barthen's provisions.
Okay. Yeah, it does. So it's a good thing that you took it back.
Okay.
Did we get anything for recovering it?
He already paid you your 10 gold pieces. He was kind of loaning you the wagon to take the other provisions to Lenine.
Yeah.
So when it comes back, the boys say thanks. They take the wagon off your hands. Now you're on foot. And you are at Barthen's Provisions, which is kind of in the north of town. So you need to head south if you want to go to Alderleaf Farm.
We'll do that. In case you didn't do the accounting yet, Desdonia, I gave you 12 gold and 5 silver.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, so we'll go here, and then over, and then over. And
Does Valeria want to go with them to the tunnel? Or does she want to go to Stonehill Inn and have more special honey ale?
I mean, it depends. She wants to she wants to hit something, so she'll go to the tunnel and just stand outside, just like, yes.
Okay. So she's looking for adventure.
Yeah, she's looking just to hit something because her squirrel lawyer said that she needs to obtain 32 gold or she won't be as famous as she wishes she was. So she's trying to obtain 32 gold before the adventures end.
Okay. All right. So you head out on foot toward Alderleaf Farm. Is there anything you want to do or talk about while you're on your way there?
I mean, Valeria keeps just making up lies. I don't.
Okay. The usual from Valeria.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you come up upon this farm, and it's pretty idyllic, considering that you just came from kind of this like dusty frontier town. It's pretty amazing to find this patch of green, this kind of pastoral place, just right at the edge of town. There's nice, fences, but kind of the welcoming kind. It's really easy to kind of like step through them and kind of hear some birds singing, and you just see that there's a nice healthy crop growing. And out in the field, you see a little halfling woman. She seems about 45 years old. She's kind of puttering around, humming to herself and tending this crop of corn.
Groundskeeper.
Beautiful place here.
She stands up. She goes, "Hello, Valeria." And you've brought guests. Oh my. She kind of brushes her apron off. Oh, bless your heart. You've brought guests. Hello, welcome. Welcome to
Hello.
Alderley Farm. What brings you here?
They want to find a tunnel or something, groundskeeper.
A tunnel? Well, and I never, I don't think I have a tunnel. I would offer one if I did.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah.
I'm going to insight check this person. I don't know why Valeria would be smart enough to do that, but we're going to see.
Maybe she's truly an adventurer at heart, after all.
All right, I did it.
With a 15, you see that there's no hint of deception about her. She really doesn't seem to know about any tunnel.
All right, well, I still give her the stink eye.
She shrugs that off because it's pretty typical of Valeria.
We were just gonna walk around because, like, as Desdonia said, this place is beautiful. Do you mind if we just enjoy looking at your fields and farms?
I'm flattered. Of course. I did hear that there were adventurers in town. I was hoping you might come for a visit. You know what I'll do? I'll bake you some corn cakes. I have some just about ready. I have a nice basket here. I'll run in the house and you just enjoy. I know that you city slickers sometimes need a little escape from the hustle and bustle. So yes, enjoy, take deep breaths. And there's a barn cat over there and the hayloft. And if you need a place to stay or take a nap, you're welcome to the hayloft anytime. And my son Carp he's over there. Carp, we have visitors. Okay, well, be sure to say hi. I'll run off and make the corn cakes. And she bustles off to the kitchen.
And
My
Valeria's
goodness, she's so sweet.
have I told you how I've met Bigby?
Yes, Valeria.
Oh, this woman's amazing.
Right? She's
I am
wonderful.
amazing. Thank you.
You look at Valeria.
That's right. We halflings, we're usually like that.
Carp waves at you excitedly and beckons you over. Oh, come on. Hi.
Is Carp also a halfling, I take it?
Yeah, he is.
Wait, was the person we talked to earlier a human?
Yeah. No, she was halfling.
Oh, she was halfling.
The farmer lady that you just talked to?
No, I meant the person in the inn.
No, she was human.
She was human?
Which person in the inn?
The
The innkeeper's wife, Trilene?
the person playing the hurdy-gurdy.
That was a human boy.
Okay. Who were not related to them, apparently.
No. Pip said that his best friend Carp found the tunnel.
And Carp
Okay.
lives here on the farm.
Carp is the halfling boy who's waving at you excitedly and jumping up and down.
I will quickly head over to Carp and be like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?"
Are you an adventurer?
Pip told us about the secret tunnel.
Oh my god. Real adventurers want to see my secret tunnel?
We totally do, but we have another
bet.
question for you, Pip.
I'm not Pip, I'm Carp.
I'm sorry, Carp. I have another question for
He
you.
can't tell children apart. It's really rude.
That's fine.
Um,
Don't worry, I know that you're a halfling.
You're a halfling adventurer like me. Look, I have a bow and
I know
arrow.
someday you're gonna be just like me.
Look, I made this. He shows you a very roughly hewn bow and arrow that has like a string that's kind of loose on it. And he's like, look, it can shoot. And it goes,
Wow, very nice. I'm sure if you practice well enough, you're going to be an adventurer just as good as Guy there. Look at the bow he's got.
his eyes go like ping stars.
Are both of your parents farmers?
Yeah. But I'm an adventurer.
Can you show us the tunnel?
Well, I suppose. But we have to be careful because two big mean guys came out of there last time and I had to make a strategic escape.
See that angry looking woman over there? She's gonna beat them in. She's just gonna destroy those big angry men for you.
That's Valeria.
Yeah, she's a great dragon slayer, and she's gonna stop those angry men.
She's a secret adventurer?
No, she's a public adventurer.
Valeria, why didn't you tell me you were an adventurer? We could have been best friends.
What? Who are you again?
I'm Carp, not Pip.
Yes, groundskeeper's Spawn. I believe your mother is calling you.
Oh, it's a secret language. Okay, yeah. I'm codename Groundskeeper Spawn. Your codename Squirrel Speak.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I'll take you to the tunnel right away.
Excellent.
But don't tell my mom.
Who's your mom? Oh, yes, groundskeeper. Yes, we won't.
Okay. Okay, cool. And so he's like, come on. Shh, shh. Takes you to this tunnel, and he kind of like pulls some branches away, and it's like very obvious that someone had tried. He took like some corn husks which don't even grow here, and he just kind of scattered them around. Like it's a very obvious pile of stuff, and it's kind of a small tunnel, but it looks like, you know, past the entrance it kind of widens and someone could really just walk through it.
Does the tunnel look like it's heading towards town or away from it?
It looks like it is heading. You can't really tell.
Can you show us on the map where the tunnel starts?
It starts. Hold on one second. I must research something. One moment.
While you're
Okay.
researching, I will tell Guy and the party. It sounds like this is the secret place where the red brands smuggle in things.
The tunnel starts here. This little square.
This thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. You think the red bands are smugglers?
They sure are.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because, like, on the one hand, like, smugglers are just, like, I don't know. It's complicated. Let's go in the
Oh,
tunnel.
I mean, smuggling is just some of what they do. Besides the murdering and the stealing
Well, those things are bad, yeah.
and the burgling and the torturing and the blackmailing.
Did you hear that kid? Both his parents are farmers. It means his dad's alive.
Someone has problems.
I
Really
mean, I
hoping she would
think
be widowed. I mean,
That's
that's kind of a
funny.
mean thing to say, but like,
I mean, he didn't say his dad was alive. He just said both his parents were farmers. You think to yourself, hopefully.
yeah.
All right, well, the entrance to the tunnel is open. Carp looks at you for approval. See, isn't it the coolest thing I've ever found?
This is so cool. But wait, when the people come out from this tunnel, wouldn't they just run into your corn? The stuff you put in front of this tunnel?
Well, I haven't seen anyone since that other time, but sometimes they come here and the corn does seem suspiciously moved.
Did you two set it up like this, or was this already here when you
I
got
did it. But I mean, I put the corn there because it's a corn farm, so I thought people would be like, oh, it's just corn. But, you know, it wasn't easy to find. It was hidden. I mean, there's trees all around, and you can't really just see unless you, like, step in it like I did.
Well, this is quite the find. You'll be a great adventurer someday.
Thanks.
This is exactly the type of stuff we do. We find secret entrances, and then we do some adventure through them. Don't use this tunnel too much, though. It sounds like it's very dangerous.
But aren't we all going to go in together and go on an adventure?
You need to be our lookout. If there's anything going on out here that looks scary, you just yell down the tunnel, okay? You've got the most important job of all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look out. Yeah, look out, Carp, at your service.
Shh.
Wait, I thought that was my job.
Gotta be quiet though, kid. You can't let them know that you're here, right? You've got to like
Okay.
hide in the bushes, and if you see anything suspicious, yell.
Okay, what's so suspicious?
I look to Lilo and Desdonia.
Someone who looks like a red brand.
Oh, okay. I know what those look like. He starts looking around like this. I'm looking.
Cool.
All right. Well, this tunnel, I take it it's dark in there, or is it
Yep.
lit?
It's dark. Do you
How much
enter?
then? If we step in, will there be a map?
We'll find out next week on Misscliks D&D Lost Mine.
Oh man, what happens to Valeria?
Well, I would say that Valeria either decides to go looking for some of those corn cakes.
She
that
follows
knows
the
are delicious,
squirrel.
Or,
She just follows a squirrel into the forest.
or if she wants to go in the tunnel, she's always welcome back next week.
That is
Just-
true. That is
You
true.
just have to let me know.
We'll see.
Okay. Thank you, Holly. You were a fantastic guest. Everyone, please
course.
give lots of Misscliks love in the chat to
Yay.
Holly.
Thanks for having me. It's totally different playing a terrible person instead of Strix.
Yeah, thank you guys. That went much smoother than I expected. As usual, I try to give you kind of insight into the like learning to DM side. Phandelver, the town, is like in a video game where it's like the crossroads of all the possible quests you can take. And I was really nervous because I tried really hard to prepare, but there's like 8 possible paths that the players could have taken. And I didn't feel like I was prepared for all of them. And I didn't feel like I'd be able to kind of like read in between in order to figure out where they were going and who they were talking to. But it was a lot easier than I thought. So if you're intimidated by those, don't be, because basically I did a couple read throughs and got it in my head so I knew where to look for things. But other than that, it was pretty easy to follow. And I had a really good time filling in the blanks and was able to like make things happen with the characters that weren't written that were really fun. So not over preparing helped in that way. So
Your
keep it up
NPCs
if
were
you're
great.
DMing too. Oh, thank you.
They were great NPCs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
they
don't
were.
know.
Yeah. So let's see. V, do you have anything cool that we can watch for in the coming week?
In the coming week, I'm just streaming normal streams. Nothing
On
crazy.
V Parlofois on Twitch.
Yes.
And what about you, Trump?
Wow. Nothing too exciting this week. Just doing the same old.
Streaming on Trump
Watch me
SC?
streaming on Trump SC.
Nice. What about you, Neil?
I have all sorts of cool shit coming up this week. We've got a fun episode of Shenanigans coming up. We've got our 4th or 5th episode of Heroes Graveyard coming up. We're starting Chapter 3 of Frozen Frontier, which I've been waiting for the longest time. The players finally just got a map of the island they're exploring. And after like 25 sessions, they're like 10% explored. And they finally realize, oh, wait a minute, we've just been playing in the kiddie pool the whole time. So I'm super excited for Frozen Frontier on Sunday. And Thursday, of course, is Stream On, which is great. And I'm going to survive again this week, hopefully.
Nice. And Holly, what about you?
Yay, you just come watch me with Anna on Dice Camera Action and with Anna in the Birdcage on Thursdays. And I'm just Commander Holly everywhere else, so I will announce when those are going live. But yeah, I'll just be streaming more D&D and taking naps.
I also play a terrible person on Holly's game. So.
It's true. It's true. And I have to deal, I have a special table for things that she steals, so it's quite entertaining.
And for me, I'm going to be on Holly's game on Thursday on the D&D channel, twitch.tv/D&D, and that's at 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And as usual, hosting Stream On Thursday and Twitch Weekly on Friday, and back on Dice Camera Action, which is more D&D, on next Tuesday.
But if
And
you
then
want to
this.
cry, it's D&D if you want to cry.
Yeah. I want to just say huge thanks to everyone who's been so supportive of me as a new DM, and also who's supporting other people who are coming and saying, I'm also a new DM. Let's talk about being a new DM, because I've seen lots of support in my Twitter community for those people. So I really appreciate that. Please continue to keep the tabletop gaming community one of the most inclusive and kind and supportive and compassionate communities I've ever been a part of. I appreciate that about you, and I will keep trying to do that myself. In the meantime, if you want to watch more Misscliks, don't forget to follow the channel. You can click the little follow button here. You can also follow us on Twitter at Misscliks, MISSCLIKS. But for now, we say goodbye, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.